Hey guys, Masterkizz back with some Borderlands 2 for you today, of course, and this is going to be Pyrocaustic Pete. Let me just bring up the main window, there we go. So yeah, this is going to be Pyrocaustic Pete. I'm going to fight him in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. I thought I'd go back and do a video and show you guys what the difference is. You've all seen videos on my channel and multiple other channels of people fighting the raid bosses at level 50 with whatever gear, and basically what I'm going to do is go back and fight them and let you know that it's really not that much different. Once you get to the maximum level, once you get yourself some maximum level gear, it's very similar to True Vault Hunter mode, being level 50 and having them at their appropriate level. I've got a couple of new items too. I grabbed this Infinity from the treasure room earlier. So I was doing some live streaming. We did the entire Torg's Campaign of Carnage, and in the first 3 minutes, I thought I'd do a couple of treasure room runs just to test the quality of the stream to make sure it wasn't lagging. Very first run, we get a level 61 legendary siren in the first chest. Next chest we open, we get this Infinity, level 61 rapid Infinity. So that would be my third Infinity from the treasure room, I think. So very, very cool. And I was stoked because it's got the scope I like on it too. It's got the Jacob's ring scope on there. That's the one I really like on all the pistols. Very, very happy to grab that. What I've also done is I bumped up the levels of a lot of the older level 50 gear that I had. Uh, for me, playing the game for pretty much all 7 months solid and having a full set of level 50 gear, the last thing you want to do is go and spend. It'd probably take a month to 2 months of solid non-stop farming to get even half of the gear back that I had. So using Gibbed, which is a save editor, you can actually change the level of your previously farmed gear. So a lot of people will be against it. Honestly, like I said, 7 months, and I need to do things that make making videos easier, and yeah, so I can just keep getting content out there. And for me, this is just something that, like I said, I can bump up the gear from level 50 straight to level 61, and yeah, I can show you guys what they're going to perform like. I was also thinking about doing another save game, maybe with some level 61 max gear, some Sandhawks, some bees, Shams, Norfleets. Let me know in the comments if you actually want another save game. Unfortunately, I can only do it for the guys on PC. There are ways you can sort of convert things to the Xbox, but you have to be careful. Anything where you modify save games on the Xbox 360 can lead to your account being permanently banned, so I don't want to be responsible for anyone messing up any of that. But anyway, if you do want a save game, I'm happy to put one together for you and chuck a few level 61 things in there because it really helps with UVHM. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to be using this Sandhawk, which is exactly the same one as in my last boss builds video. Like I said, the only thing I've done is change it to level 61. And what happens then is it changes all your stats accordingly. And yeah, this gun could exist in the game, but the time you would need to spend to actually farm the mission to get this particular gun, it'd be ridiculous to get it. And that's only one item. And you'd also need to get a B. This was a level 50 max damage B. All I did was change the level to 61. Now it's a level 61 max damage B. 179,000 seems like an incredible amount of damage if you compare it to the old level 50 item. But considering that pretty much every enemy has their health more than quadrupled, and they also have slight health regeneration now, this damage really, it could even be more, and it still wouldn't be enough in some cases. I've got level 61 homing Stormfront there, level 61 legendary Siren. I've actually got two of those. I found one in a treasure room earlier, and I've got the shock relic there at 61 as well. It only added 3% to that particular relic. It didn't bump it all the way up. I think they've done that deliberately because if you had a shock relic that did 45, 50% shock damage, you would just destroy everything. A few other things. There's my Butcher. So that was the only pearlescent I've got so far after doing a lot in UVHM, the 54 practicable Butcher. I bumped my Norfleets up to 61. That's a plenteous Norfleet. 841,000 by 3. Solid damage, but again, it's all relative because the bosses and the enemies now have so much health, so much health. Grab that from the treasure room. Bada boom, quite nice. Got a Gunnerang today from the treasure room. Yesterday we got a Venture Invader. Then my old Infinity's bumped up. Logan's gun, I'm going to keep at level 50 purely because I only use it to regen ammo. It doesn't need to be a gun that does good damage. I bumped that Norfleet up. I've also got a Fire Sandhawk, which is exactly the same as my electrical one. It's just got a different scope. That was also bumped to 61. Trespasser bumped to 61 for when I do the Sir Hammerlock DLC. I've got a couple of the new relics. They're just the only ones I bothered to keep. The earlier relics I had were lower levels, so I threw them out. So I went back and did the loot midget farming and grabbed those two. They're not the best. That's probably one of the best relics I've seen as far as the new ones go, to give you almost max health at almost 50% and give you SMG ammo and pistol max ammo. That's really, really nice. I got this from the treasure room, almost 70% max ammo for the launcher, shotgun, and sniper, so I grabbed that one for sure. There's a fire relic. We got a legendary hunter in the treasure room as well. That's the legendary siren we got in the treasure room. These class mods don't really need to be changed, because the only reason you're keeping with for these stats here, these stats don't change in UVHM, only these stats change. So I really only use them for the skill points, so I don't really need to bump those. We got these Seraph items from Pete. I think that Pete now has a minimum of 1 or 2 Seraph items every time you fight him. Every time I've fought him, it's been 2. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed 2. No guarantees in this game. But yeah, every time I've fought him, I've got 2 Seraph items. He seems to drop the Big Boom Blaster quite a lot for me. There's also dropping hoplites as well. The stats on the hoplites is mental. That's almost 600,000 capacity, but it absolutely butchers your max health, knocks 100,000 off it. So very, very cool that he's dropping these, but some people don't like it because you can't actually go and purchase these items in the Seraph store anymore from what I've seen. There are certain Seraphs that can only be attained by fighting the raid bosses. So don't know how I feel about that, but there's not much you can do about it. I've also got the Sham there. I bumped to 61, so just having that 94% absorb is fantastic when you're running through an area where there's lots of bullets flying, and it's great for Sham fleeting as well with the Norfleet. I grabbed that cradle from the treasure room. That was the first legendary item I pulled from the treasure room at level 61. I think the game was just trolling me, so we might grind that or do something special with that, because it is one of the worst legendary items in the game. And of course, we've got our level 50 Rough Rider there. That's we only really use that because it has a 0 capacity, and we can use it with Fleet. Speaking of Fleet, we'll give you an overview of the skills we've got there. Currently don't have anything in Fleet. Basically, you built around the legendary Siren class mod. It's great to be able to have Converge, Ruin, and Get Down into Sustenance now, so I can constantly regen health, but I don't have to lose Converge, and I don't have to lose Ruin. Very, very nice. So basically, the extra points, I believe, are spent here, and I've got a couple of other ones, maybe one of them there, just sort of scattered throughout. But yeah, basically the main one is it lets you get down further into the 3rd skill tree. So you could actually build completely different builds when you get down. I think I saw Morning After Kill did a Siren build where he actually went down from, he had Ruin, and he actually went down into this, which I think is Subsequence, where I think that, let me just double check that that's right. Yeah, Subsequence. So what it does is your phase lock can actually have a chance to phase lock an enemy, and when they die it can lift off and then go and phase lock another enemy, which can be cool. And especially coupling that with Converge and Ruin, it means that your phase lock can hop from enemy to enemy, suck them all together, and you slag all those enemies at the same time. So I might link that video in the description so you can check it out and see how he actually has built his Siren. But anyway, that was a big introduction to just a Pyro Pete fight, but we'll get into it now. We'll call him and we'll show you what this fight's like. So we slag him, and the slag now lasts for so much longer. I think it's something like three times as long. I'm not sure of the exact figure, but the slag lasts for so long now, and the damage that they take is so much bigger now when they've slagged. So if you're playing UVHM, get yourself a slag grenade, get yourself a slagger, get yourself something that has some slag. And if you're using a Siren, Ruin. You just want a spec so you've got Ruin. But yeah, you can see that using this Sandhawk, it really, really benefits and gets the full damage from the B, because the pellets of this weapon aren't listed on the card, which means that all 8 shots all get the full damage from the B, which is about 180,000 per pellet. So it's doing absolute work against the old team here. Not enough to kill him before the pipe pull, but that's not bad. That's still huge damage. I'm going to say that he's still probably in my opinion one of the most accessible raid bosses if you want something to farm. I haven't fought Hyperius or Master G yet, not in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, but they are going to be featured in videos in the future, of course. But there we go, there's Pyro Pete taken down once again, and we'll have a look and see what he dropped here. Oh, I think there's a legendary Siren class mod there. We'll just quickly run through the cache, pick up that cache, get this iridium. We'll just see if we can bulk collect everything that's scattered around. We'll see if he's dropped some Seraph items as well. Like I said earlier in the video, he has been dropping 2 Seraph items pretty much every time I've fought him. So we'll see. Oh yeah, we can see one there. So we got another big boom blaster. What else have we got scattered out here? Wow, is that 2? 2 big boom blasters. I think that would be a blast-proof big boom blaster because it reduces damage from explosions. Not bad. So we got 2 Seraphs, and we also got blam legendary Siren. Not the best stats, but again, still a legendary. Can we run it in a video? Let me have a look. Legendary. Wow.
That sentence had too many syllables. Apologize!
So that's something I usually run in my live stream. Dudes familiar to the live stream, they've probably seen that a million times, but I think that's the first time I've run it on an actual YouTube video I've recorded offline. Anyway, guys, that was Pyro Pete. Thought I'd just show you the fight. And yeah, just let me know how you guys are going with UVHM. Have you fought Hyperius? The biggest problem that I had in the live stream tonight, we finished the whole campaign of Carnage tonight, and the number one biggest problem we had was Badassosaurus Rex. He was absolutely ridiculously difficult to beat. Had to completely change my strategy. Was getting fairly frustrated, but we ended up taking him down in the end. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Until the next one, we'll see you later.